Patience.
It said, let patience have its perfect work in you. Patience has to be worked through you. You get frustrated. You snap on people. You quit on them too soon. You ain't quite ready yet. He can't bless you to be in that position when you gonna give up on people when nobody gave up on you. Too much is given, much is required. Where your patient level at? Are you patient enough to make $100,000 a year with people? Are you patient enough to make $1 million with people? I know a woman that's been in the business for 30-some years. One of the best salespersons in all of Primerica. 30-some odd years she been here, and they never crossed over $50,000 a year. You know why?
Damn, bro.
You know why she ain't never crossed? She one of the best salespeople I ever met. Used to go head to head with me in sales when I was first in Primerica.
Not a people's person.
She's not a people person. She's never crossed over $50,000 in an annual calendar year. And then somebody who's writing $15,000, $20,000 a month in personal, but now she's old and tired. So guess what? She can't do no more.
Reap the benefit.
She can't go write $20,000, $30,000 no more. She's old now. She was 30-something then. She's 50-something now. Never let patience have its perfect work. God couldn't trust her with his people. He couldn't put his people in front of her so she could run them off and they blow the opportunity. So somebody who was prepared got the people that she should have got. She wasn't ready. She didn't have patience. She was too anxious. The Bible says, be anxious for nothing. Be anxious for nothing, but with prayer and supplications, make your request known, but don't be anxious. In due season, you'll reap if you don't faint. He got some work to do in you. So you won't mess up people's life and won't mess up people's career because you're going to run them off because you're impatient. You're intolerable. You can't stand people that don't get it as fast as you do. No, you got to have patience for the slow folks. Right? It's the little leavens that destroys the whole vine. These small things within you that he got to walk out. The little leavens, the little foxes that destroy the vine. The little foxes, the little imperfections in you that he got to work out that'll mess up everything if you got too big. I was telling somebody last night, I said, man, my MVP for years has been, y'all know my MVP has been for years. I said, we've been in this deal 5 years. You know who been my MVP for years, for 4 to 5 years, who been my MVP? Do anybody know? Anybody know? Who my MVP been for years?
I know.
No, they are good. They are MVP qualified, but they're not the ones. For 4 years, they ain't been here 4 years.
Kiana.
No, that's my wife. She gets MVP in other areas, not this one.
Max.
No.
Lamika.
Lamika Wilson has been my MVP for 4 years. For 4 years, Lamika Wilson has been my MVP, and she's never did shattering numbers in personal production, ever. But she's been consistent, and she's been patient, and she's been believing that her time is going to come. For 4 years of doing 1,000 or 2,000, for 4 straight years, ain't never wavered, ain't never quit, ain't never even thought about it. Her license expired. She almost got into a fight with Cat over the phone because her license expired and her renewal wasn't done in a timely manner. She was frustrated and upset about it consistent. 4 straight years. I know Lamika gonna give me something. Just patient, not anxious. Allow this thing to be developed through her. Recruited Jackie Smith, the one that DeMar was competing with and lost to his first month in the business. She came and blew it up and then left. She had the top producer in the organization at a point, top recruiter, top producer, and left. And what did Lamika do? She didn't get weary. Her top producer left, made her top regional manager in our whole deal. And left. And she kept pushing. She let patience. My time gonna come back around. See, that's what you gotta allow to happen inside of you. You crying about nobody responding to an inbox? They ain't supposed to respond to an inbox because you ain't ready for that person. Why God didn't send me DeMar 5 years ago? Why he didn't send me Dennis 5 years ago? Mike 5 years ago? Matt 5 years ago? Why? I wasn't ready. I wasn't patient. I didn't let it grow in me or mature in me. So I would have destroyed their future and mine. And instead of me sitting down and letting God perfect those things, instead of resisting it, you can't, listen, whatever test put in front of you, you can't avoid that test. It don't go away. It ain't about the person, it's about what God's developing in you. You can't avoid that. You can't avoid that. You got to go through that thing. You got to pass the test. Do you know how to handle the difficult ones? Do you know how to handle the difficult ones? That's the test if you're ready to get to the next level. It's the ones that frustrate you the most. Are you ready? The third thing, guys, you got to put a timeline on your goals. Everybody talking about what they're going to do. We waiting on you to do it. There's no deadline. You're going to be an RVP, win. You're going to be a regional leader, win. You're going to be a division leader, win. When are you going to get 5 codes? Somebody tell me, when are you going to get 5 codes? I don't want to hear about you going to be a division leader. Tell me when. Put a date to it. Time ain't waiting on you. If you don't put a date to it, you don't plan on doing it. You talking because that's what you're supposed to say. You got to have a timeline on your goals. When are you going to get to a $50,000 income? When are you going to get to your $100,000 ring? When are you going to become a regional vice president? You know what you got to do to get it. So how come you can't put a timeline on it? Because you don't think you're running out of time. You think you got forever to do this. You think whenever you get to it, you get to it. No, baby, you got to put a timeline, a time stamp on when you're going to accomplish what you said. Hell, somebody else is waiting on you. You ain't the only person dependent on you to win. Your whole family, your whole community life is impacted by when you get this done. So why the hell are you taking forever? My whole family life is different now. Because I wasn't going to wait forever to get to where I am right now. And if it did take forever, it's because God has some more things he needs to get out of me, but I got to embrace those things and not resist them. To punish and the presence of you from your imperfections don't feel good, but you got to humble yourself and lay down and let them operate on you. And if you ain't got a timeline, you're gonna resist the humbling yourself in the humility of facing you. The biggest people that people don't want to face is they self. You got some things about you that you need to correct, that you got to change. And the faster you embrace that, the quicker you can get to where you're trying to go. But damn, can you at least put a time stamp on it? Why you think your job tell you to be here at 9 o'clock? Because hell, if they left it up to you, you would never get there. They ain't never just say, just come to work. They gave you a damn timeline. Because they plan to get certain things done. The question is, what you plan to get done? What is this about for you? Have you wrote that thing down? Have you mapped out, right? The Bible said no man builds a house unless he first do what? No man builds a house unless he first do what? Count up the costs. How much work is going to take? How much energy do I got to put into this? How much effort do I got to put in this? How much prospecting do I got to do? How many appointments I got to do to get to this level? How many people I got to talk to get 5 people licensed? How many do I need to concentrate on and focus on to make sure they got a test scheduled? I got to count the costs before I build a house. This is what it's going to cost me. Am I willing to pay it? And when you say you're willing to pay a cost, then what timeline are you going to get it done in, guys? You have to put a time stamp on your goals and a realistic one. Don't say, oh, I'm going to be a division at the end of this month and you ain't got one code and you ain't never got nobody code and you ain't even been disciplined enough to watch nobody and follow up with them about how they practice and study habits are going. At least get you one done first. And understand the process and follow through with it. And then, come on, let's go be real with ourselves and get this thing done. Don't keep setting false expectations for your goals, because then you wake up and you really ain't motivated to get them done. You really ain't have no plans on getting it done. You're giving numbers that don't even mean nothing to you because you really ain't got no realistic goal in place with a timeline attached to it. You're cheating your whole family. You got to have a goal with a timestamp to it. And embrace this, understand this, and don't dodge it. It's going to get frustrating at times. You think I don't ever wake up frustrated? You think I don't get frustrated with this? You think I don't get tired of this? You don't think I want to stop sometimes? Do you think that for one moment? As good as it appears that we got it, you don't think right now wake up someone and say, damn, I don't want to do this no more. It gets frustrating at times, but you just gotta stick with the process. It's frustrating, but thank God the process is easy. You just gotta get in the habit of doing the process. When you mad, when you upset, when you sick, do you not go to work? Talk to me. Do you go weeks and weeks and don't go to your job because you got some shit going on in your life? Talk to me, somebody. Tell me when you didn't go to work because you got shit going on in your life.
No.
Tell me because your mama got sick and your daddy got COVID and your sister got COVID. Tell me when you didn't go to work because all that was happening.
Still gotta go.
You go through their process, but you won't go through yours.
Come on, coach, say that.
Life happens to everybody. But they trained you on their job that you gotta keep going through their processes and you forsake yours because you frustrated because life is happening to you. Don't be more faithful of another man's job than you is over your own business.
Sheesh.
You gotta discipline yourself to continue to go through your process. Yes, I'm pissed off, but I'm still gonna sit on my 25 inboxes. Yes, I'm pissed off, but I'm still gonna get me 15 people on the screen this week. Yes, I'm pissed off, but I'm still gonna close me a minimum of 2,500 in production this month. It ain't stopped me from nothing else. You pissed off, you mad, and you mad at your boyfriend, you still give him some. Now, what do you mad though? And you mad at him, and he still get to get some. He still get the process. But when it comes to something that's gonna change your life forever, when you frustrated, you give up on the process. It's just a routine, guys. As frustrated as I am, I thank God that I ain't gotta think about this. This process is simple. Winning is hard though. Those that accept that go do big things in life. You gotta have a mechanism where you inspecting what you expecting or you'll never get it. You gotta inspect what you expect or you'll never get it. You gotta make sure you keep yourself on track. You gotta look at, man, okay, it's Monday. We're a full weekend now. It's Monday the 9th. A week has passed in this new month. A week has passed. You said you're gonna do 10,000 in production. You should be at 2,500 right now. You said you're gonna do 5 recruits and 10,000 in premium. You should have at least one personal recruit on the board right now and 2,500 in personal production. Where are you in retrospect to that? Inspect what you expect. If you're serious about this, you're measuring it. What gets measured is what gets done. What gets measured is what gets done. And when are you measuring? When do you pull out your time clock and see how close you are? You got a navigation on your phone? You're going to travel somewhere? You put in the navigation, you know what time you got to be there, so you can measure when you need to speed it up, when you need to do more inboxing, when you need to talk to more people while you're out and about, because you ain't getting close to being where you're supposed to be at the time you're supposed to be there. Oh, but that's right, you never put a time to your goal. You just gonna get to 10,000 at the end of the month. Hell no, that ain't gonna happen. You got to knock down 2,500 a week. And if you only did 1,000, next week you got to increase your speed. I get tickets on my way somewhere most of the time because I know what time I want to arrive, and when 60 miles an hour don't get it, I'll move it to 80. Why the hell do you do it in a car and you won't do it with your life? It makes sense for you to pick up your speed when you're late for work, but it makes no sense for you to pick up your activity when you're short on your goals. Whatever you measure is what's going to get done. You have to inspect what you expect. Checkpoints, baby. Checkpoints. Where am I at in retrospect to where I'm supposed to be? When the last time you checked on it? Or did you really not plan to get there? See, people who don't have checkpoints really don't have no realistic goal of getting anywhere. Because if you did, you would have checkpoints. When the last time you checked on your checkpoint? See, I'm just trying to tell you guys, if you're going to go win, you're going to go do anything significant. Guys, these are the principles that's going to be relevant to making sure that it gets done. And you got to refuse to allow what others don't do keep you from doing what you should do. I'm not going to trip because somebody else decide to jump ship. I'm not gonna stop what I'm supposed to do. I'm not gonna get faint and hard because you ain't did what you supposed to do, because you decide this ain't for you no more. Because you decide you ain't gonna put in the IBA, because you decide you ain't gonna buy no policy, because you decided you wanna quit. I didn't join for you. I didn't get involved with this based on what you did or what you said. Hell, I didn't even know you when I got started. So how can I allow what you don't do impact what I'm gonna do? Not gonna let what you do impact what I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. I know why I'm here. I know what I want out of this. And ain't nothing you can do to change that. Not gonna let some fool didn't show up when he said he was gonna show up. Somebody that don't love their family so they didn't get a policy on Friday like they said impact me. Somebody loved their family. If that's the case, no, listen, if nobody loved their family, how the hell we got 5, 6 people on this team the last couple of years take their income to 6 figures? Some damn body loved their family. I just got to keep hoping that. You focus on who didn't do it. I focus on who did. You focusing on who didn't do it. I'm focusing on who did. You got to choose what you're going to give your energy to. And when you give your energy, you got to make sure you're giving it your all. Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Did you go to bed at night exhausted? Because you ain't got nothing to complain about if you ain't positioned yourself that you gave it everything that you got. My entire effort, my complete effort, I gave it everything. Because, see, you can live with the results if you gave it your all. The problem is you probably hadn't. She might have lost this race, but a lot of people are losing races in life and they never gave it everything they got. The question is, when did you ever give it all that you got? I'm okay with whatever the results is. I might be a little frustrated, but I can live with it knowing that I gave it all I got. And I ain't never gave it all I got and God didn't see me through. It's never happened. See, but it says faith without works is dead. Some people ain't putting in the work. Some people just ain't gonna pay the price. Some people are okay with just saying I'm a part of something special, but you ain't decided to be special. You just happen to be a part of something special, but you ain't decided to do nothing special. Everybody got to come to the point in their life where you decide that you want to know how good it can be. The Bible said, "Oh, taste and see." Tasting is an experience that you have. He said, "Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good." I don't want to keep on hearing about how good God been to Miss Patsy. Praise the Lord for that. But I want him to be good to me. I want to taste and see it for myself. But am I really putting the work in? A man that don't work don't eat. And what you got to understand is, what does the work look like? The work look like if you got a 9-to-5 job and they roll your ass out, until you get to this point where you pass out, you still got to come give your business something. But when you get home, you allow your mind to tell you, you let your mind dictate to you that I'm too tired, but your body still got something left in it. People make time to do what it is that they want to do. Sure. You just don't want to do it. You know why? Because you don't want to be great bad enough. You don't want to be, you just ain't decided you want to be great bad enough. Because if you did, you would increase your activity. If you did, you would talk to more people. You can't just accept losing when you know you got there's something else left in the tank. There's some people still out here you ain't talked to. Hell, there's some people in your cell phone you still ain't communicated with. I was talking to my brother. He just joined the business on yesterday. And we was talking about building a list and going through the processes of training. And I said, one thing I don't want you to do, because I've been doing this for 5 years, I don't want you to say, well, Ronnell probably talked to all these people already. I said, I want you to build a list. I want you to talk to everybody. I want you to set a point with everybody. I want you to try to think about who got insurance, who this, who that. I said, because it don't matter. You ain't finna get rich on them anyway. Most of the people that your family, your friends, and your coworkers, that ain't who you finna get rich on anyway. You got to go through a practice ground. You got to go through a practice ground. So talk to everybody. Prospect everybody. Get everybody on the screen. Because at the end of the day, the end of the road ain't based on who you talking to now. Now I asked him a question. I said, who in our family besides you today joined me in business? I've been doing this for 5 years. Who in the family joined? He said, to my knowledge, nobody. I said, you're right, but what did that stop? Y'all caught up on people that's telling you, no, I've been doing this 5 years, finna go over $1 million a year in income, and none of my families or friends joined me. None of them. And you tripping? Not one of my families, not one of my friends joined me in business. They was practice ground so I can get great at what I do. So that when they put me in front of a DeMar Evans, I'm prepared to have a conversation with him that needs to be held to get him to make a decision to come in business with me. I'm not tripping on who didn't join, who didn't buy. I'm ready about making sure that God, he's preparing me. He was preparing me for something I couldn't handle at that time. But I can get frustrated in the process. He building me, he making me, he moving some things out of me, and I have to accept the pain with the pleasure. Everybody wants to avoid pain and only seek pleasure. Everybody wants to avoid the pain and only seek pleasure. That ain't the way life works. You go have some pain is what you do after the pain. You got to get focused on that. See, we came to a point, guys. Anybody know what this is? Anybody on the screen can tell me what this is? Anybody on the screen can tell me what this is?
Looks like a party.
Yeah, it definitely was a party. What party is what's significant? Can anybody tell me who is this right here? Y'all see my arrow? Can y'all see my arrow?
Yeah.
Mario Arizona?
Yeah.
Yeah, so right here, not right there, that's Mario Arizona, but right here is DJ Shea Money. Right here is Mario Arizona. This room is the room that we had a party in, and all these people y'all see sitting and occupying this seat is a party, it's a fast start school that I threw at the end of the year, and all the people in this room is not on my team.
Damn.
They not on my, it's my party. It's my fast start school. But all the people, Shea Money wasn't on my team. She was the DJ, hired DJ for the party. She wasn't ready yet. She was still telling me no. Now one of the biggest part of my bass shop, Shea Money KF's, the biggest part of my bass shop, but they kept telling me no at this party, and all my team walked out and quit. That was supposed to be here. But what was God doing? Preparing me. I got to be able to take the pain. I got to be able to take the heartache. I couldn't get to where I'm at right now if I didn't know how to experience that people going to quit. People going to change their mind. People going to give up. People going to get faint at heart. He had to teach me early on so I could be ready. See, I was faithful over a few when it was little. When I was making $300,000. He did. I went through it. I didn't quit. I didn't give up. I didn't get discouraged. And I didn't get up there and my speech was watered down because I had nobody in the room. God knew this was December of 2016. God knew I wasn't going to have nobody in the room. Now when I get an RVP that says, I ain't coming to y'all damn ball, he already prepared me. I don't flinch. God knew in 2016 what the hell was going to happen in 2020. You got to go through the same crap. He is preparing you so you don't flinch. Don't shy away from the difficulties. Don't shy away from the pain. It's a part of the process. You are never going to get where he wants you to go if you keep quitting based on where you at. Let me say that to you one more time. You will never get where you're supposed to go if you keep quitting based on where you at. At some point, you got to decide it's just worth it. And worth it don't mean, see, some people still showing up, but you quit already. You still showing up, but you quit already. And the people who quit is the ones that don't wake up every day going through the process. You quit in your mind first, not in your spirit. You quit in your mind. Yes, you keep showing up. We keep seeing your face and your body, but you quit in your mind a long time ago. Because you wasn't ready for him to prepare you. He's trying to get you to something. But he can't get you to something if you won't let him get you through something. That's all he's trying to do. He's trying to take you through it so he can get you to it. But through is emotion. Through is emotion. Through is emotion. You got to keep going through the tunnel so you can come out on the other side. If you stop, tell me how you're going to get. It's light at the end of the tunnel, but if you stop in the middle of the tunnel, you're going to die. Some of you are in the tunnel and you got one decision. One decision. You're in the tunnel of your life and you got one decision. Are you going to continue to go through it or you just going to die? How many of y'all legs stopped moving a long time ago? How many of y'all legs stopped moving a long time ago? The legs of your mind. You ain't inboxing nobody no more. You ain't talking to nobody when you at the gas station no more. You allow the experiences that you went through to put out the fire in your life. You allow what somebody else did to dictate what you do. Or the pace in which you do it at. Some of y'all just turned casual about this. It ain't in you like that no more. I'm going to do it when it's convenient. If somebody say something about insurance, somebody say something about a job, I'm going to mention it then. But I ain't going out looking. I ain't going out seeking. That ain't in me no more. I don't know how you see people around you have the level of success that they have in our organization, the testimonies that we got. We got 6 people that make 6 figures. We're going to have our 7th one this month. We're going to have a 7-person and 6-figure ambition go over $100,000. This all happened in a period of a couple of years to 2 years. 7 Negroes making over $100,000. 7 is the number of completion. 7 is the number of completion. Don't mean that it's finished, because the A one means we're going to birth a new beginning. But are you going to be a part of it? That's what every last one of you all to decide. And that's based on how you treat the process. It's never about where you at. It's about where you're going. If you can get your mind to focus on where you're going, if you can allow him to build patience in you, if you can allow him to purge out the things about you that'll keep you from getting to the top, guys, your future is great. All he did through us that's already making 6 figures is to build a testimony in you. Calandra get to look at Deanne and say, well, damn, she made 100,000 in 7 months. She about to cross to 150, moving towards 200,000. It lets her know God put her in front of her to say, girl, you can do it too. And that's what he's doing for each one of y'all. But are you inspecting it? When the last time you looked at your 12-month cash flow to see how close you are? Dennis gonna talk about that later this week. I ain't gonna let myself get disheartened. This is too good. But only to those who are willing to allow it to be that. So guys, that's what I want to share with you this morning. And I want you to allow your mind to think about where you at in the scheme of what we're talking about. Are you that person that gave up on yourself based on what other people doing? Or are you the one that's still showing up on the screen, but you really quit in your mind? And let today be that marker for you. Let today be that marker for you that you decided that I'm at a point of no damn return. I ain't going back to my life the way it used to be. So I'm going to fight through this. Today going to be my marker when I made a decision that I'm at a point of this. I'm at a point of this of no return. I ain't going back to being satisfied with life as it is. I'm going to fight. I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to go through the process, even if I don't feel like it. Let today be that marker for you. So teammates, that's what I had to share, man. It was in my spirit last few days, and I just wanted to figure out how to give it to you guys in a way that I pray that it resonate with you. Because some of you all are right there. You're right there. You one recruit away from an explosion in your business. When I met the mind, that was like my income's at $13,000, $14,000 a month. Now average is 60 on record with another 40 off record. So we making about $100,000 a month. You're right there. But I wouldn't have gotten them if I wasn't still doing 25 inboxes every day, 50 to 100 when it seemed like nobody wasn't responding. My attitude when 25 wasn't working was to do 50 or 100 inboxes. And Anye decided to respond and took me to a first appointment. During my was income goes from 14,000 to all intended purposes for real, 100,000 a month. What are we talking about here? What the hell can happen to you to make you give up on a possibility like that? You just got to decide. So, guys, that's what I wanted to share with you guys this morning, man. Let me go around the horn to our RVP so we can get up out of here. Let's go. Mike Green, Kansas City, Missouri, man. What's your thoughts about what we shared this morning, brother?
Man, don't be coming to me first on when you, you just did that, man.
Hey, you just got to say amen, Mike. Like, what the hell did you say? What did you say, amen?
Come on, bro. Like, hey. Amen. Because, come on, man. Ain't nothing.